Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this morning's Prosperity for Your Soul with Dr. Nellie Kangwa. I am your host for this morning. It's good to see you. Thank you, Yvonne. Just go ahead and show me some love in the comment section wherever you're listening from. Let's see who is on the call. Good morning from wherever you are hearing me from. And we're going to have a little chat this morning around in and around the premise of coaching and mentorship. And so, even before I just jumped on the call, I had a brief interaction with a senior mentor of ours and coach, Dr. Sylvia Bimwansa, who is a shining light in the space when it comes to pioneering and doing great things in our world, right? So, I want to talk about how to engage with mentorship and the place of mentorship in one's life. You know, in our world, we live in a space where a lot of people talk about and are so quick to say, I'm self made. You hear about this self made millionaire, this self made what? I'm a self made woman, I'm an independent man, whatever the case is. The truth of the matter is this: there is no story that is worth telling that is told as an individual. All of us, somewhere, somehow, have had people and individuals who've walked into our lives who've influenced the decision that has made us get to a specific place. Anyone who has achieved, anybody who's achieved anything worth telling, anything noteworthy, it is because somewhere along their journey, they encountered someone who was able to influence them towards the positive. And you see, mentorship and coaching does not necessarily come in the same conventional form for everybody. Sometimes what your motivation is pain, is struggle, is disappointment. But in every journey of life, you must understand that if you want to make the decision to go to the next level, and this year we are talking about here at Project Life Design under the mentorship of Dr. Nellie Kangwa, our theme is level up. And if you want to take the next step in your life to the next level of operation, the next level of achievement, the next level of attainment, you must understand the place of mentorship. As I speak to you this morning, Dr. Nellie is in New York with a group of over 10 individuals who, through her mentorship and our mentorship programs, have been able to be identified and have been built up to the place where they are receiving United Nations Global Awards. How does that happen? You might have built your brand to a certain place, but in order for you to go to the next level, you must identify an individual, an organization, a space that can help you take this thing to the next level. Many people are averse, many people are not quick or readily positioned to make that kind of decision. Look, if you're okay being a local champion, being a big fish in a small pond, that's okay. But if you want to become, if you want to get to the place where your influence, your potentialities are exponentially grown, where you are able to pull out every good thing that has been embedded in who you are, you must understand the place of mentorship. And how do we get to this place? How do we acquire a mentor? How do you position yourself to begin to glean from a mentor? First and foremost, understand that it is your job, it is your prerogative to pursue a mentor. If my dream as Mike is to be the best CEO that Zambia has ever seen, I would be a fool to begin to pursue this journey without identifying people who have walked ahead of me, people who understand how to navigate this space and then enjoy the benefits from their experiences. In Zambia, particularly, we have CEOs like Sunny Zulu, like Mijinga Melu, men and women who have charted a course towards attainment in the CEO space. So, as a young person looking to do, even if I want to do much more than they have done, I am better served walking a road that has already been walked and then speaking to them, or rather making myself available to them so that I can be able so that I can be able to glean their wisdom and be able to do even more than they have done. There is a saying that was made famous by Mark Twain, and it goes like this: if I have been able to see further, it is because I was standing on the shoulders of giants. If I have been able to see further, it is because I was standing on the shoulders of giants. Why would you want to blaze a trail when a path has already been created? I think many a time we are so self-righteous. Yes, I'll say self-righteous and so self-aggrandizing. You think so much of yourself that you're not willing to take the easy way. Mentorship provides you with a roadmap. Someone who has traveled the road to Ndola here in Zambia can be able to tell you, hey, listen, when you get to this point, slow down. There's potholes on the way. When you get to this point, you can speed up. It's usually clear. The road goes into dual carriage and you can be able to floor it. You can drive your cars quickly. There are times where you need to push and chart ahead very quickly. And there are times where you need to be slow, meditative. You contemplate every decision. How do you get to that wisdom? You engage with mentorship. You engage with mentorship. And so you and I have a unique opportunity to make sure that we actualize our dreams by identifying individuals, human beings, who have been able to do something that is noteworthy. Sometimes you might actually seek out someone who is not even in the same field as you. But because there are dynamics to success, there is a formula that can be replicated even in across the board. Yes, you might be driving your life towards financial attainment. Someone might be driving their lives towards relational success. Another person might be looking to educate themselves to increase their capacity when it comes to their mental faculties. All across the board, success is predictable. All across the board. So if you want to be successful, you might not necessarily find someone who is pushing in the direction you're pushing, but hey, success is predictable. So you must find someone to learn from. No man is an island. No man is an island. So for you and I to get to the place where we can be celebrated as having succeeded, as having attained, as having made impact, you must attach yourself to mentorship. You must attach yourself to mentorship. It is important. It is critical. It is inevitable. Do not allow situational strain and stress to make you look for a mentor. Start there. You know, we have so many stories of young people who have gone into major decisions, even a decision like marriage, for instance. And because you're so full of your own ideas about marriage, your own ideologies about what a relationship ought to be, you look at the older generation as people who are out of date, right? Who don't know what's happening. They're not trendy. They don't know what's happening. My friend, before long, as you walk into that space, you'll begin to raise your head looking, who can help me out? But why not start there? Why would you want to get to the point where you've dug yourself so deep into a ditch before you look for help, before you seek out advice? Start there. As a young man looking to find a woman, ask those who've gone that way. And when it comes to mentorship, sometimes we learn even from other people's experiences. Seek out individuals who know where the potholes are, like I mentioned. So someone who's gone through a divorce might be the best person to tell you, hey, young man, when I was married, I thought this and this and this. But I soon realized that this was the way to do things, but I was too late. So for you, do not get to the point where you have to park your car on the side of the road because you hit a pothole and things have gone wrong. No. Take the time to sit down with people who know the way. Who know the way. Mentorship is key. Mentorship is key for every part of your life that you want to navigate effectively. Mentorship is key. Like I said, Dr. Nellie right now is in the United Nations. These are people who, at the beginning of 2024, were able to come through to our system, and we took them through branding, through profiling, through understanding how to present a brand for international acclaim. Some of them had already built huge brands, huge brands. All they needed was someone to hold their hand, to open a door that they couldn't open for themselves. That is what mentorship can do for you. There are spaces and places that people have entered that I might not have access to, and yet I might be equipped to operate at that level. I need to learn how to subject myself to mentorship. So, like I made an example before, if I'm looking to reach the highest echelons of CEO ship in Zambia, if I'm looking to become one of the most celebrated public speakers in the country, I cannot ignore individuals like Dr. Nellie. I cannot ignore individuals like Dumisani Ngube. You may not even like the person. Listen to me. Oh, thank you, Dr. Nellie. 30 individuals in New York scheduled. Amazing. Dr. Nellie just dropped a comment there. 30 individuals in New York scheduled to receive awards. Amazing, amazing work. I want to tell you something you may not even like the individual. Yes, you may not, but you must be able to identify that they have what you need and do the necessary things in order for you to get what is yours. Listen to me. It is not a mentor's job to pursue you. It is not a mentor's job to begin to carve out time for you. No, 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 no. You must learn to pursue. This reminds me of a certain instance where we're having a discussion with a few friends of mine. And at the time, we were talking about, how to engage with a young woman, how to get a young woman, how to get yourself to a place where you're marrying the girl of your dreams. And a friend of mine mentioned and said a statement that has stayed with me. This is somewhere in 2013. He said this, he said, persistence beats resistance. Persistence beats resistance. No matter how difficult the girl is, if you persist, you'll be able to chip away at this armor that she's put around herself. It is the same for you. Imagine me as a young man looking now to find myself in a space like Dr. Nellie's. I cannot expect that it will be an easy walk in. Quite all right, Dr. Nellie has made programs and facilities available for people who want to be mentored by her. But you see, even in that space, you must be intentional. You must be intentional, Dr. Nellie. Persist. This is what I'm advising. And when you identify the mentor that is for you, persist, push, push. In the scriptures, there is a story in the book of Luke, chapter 18, of a woman who persisted until even an unrighteous judge, someone who says, I do not care about people, got to the place where he was like, you know what? Because this woman is just going to make me tired and weary me out, let me give her what she wants. Let me give her what she wants. And so for you to get what you want, you must be ready to pursue. You must be ready to put yourself in your mentor space. You hear your mentor is in such and such an area, you are there. You hear that doing this, you are there. Why? Because your agenda is to actualize, is to get the technology that has been embedded in that individual for you. Even Jesus needed a John the Baptist to chart a course for him to do what he needed to do. So yes, you might have ambitions that far outweigh what this individual has achieved. That's okay. That's okay. But hey, you must understand that you need them more than they need you. Hear me well. You need them more than they need you. So position yourself. Even if you want to be selfish about this mentorship pursuit, position yourself. Mentors are there to help you access the next level. Every level of life is like a platform. It is a dimension. In order for you to be a thousandaire in dollars, there are people who have been able to understand that dimension and can open the door for you to begin to access it. In order for you to go into the double digits, $10,000 and above, in order for you to go 100,000, millionaire level, all those are levels that in order for you to understand and begin to actualize, you must reach out to someone who is acquainted with that level. If I want to be able to access my president here in Zambia, as a citizen, there are certain parameters that are made available. There might be certain programs, issues that can help me find myself in his space. But in order for me to have access to the president, the easiest way is to find somebody who has access. So in order for me to get to the place where I am enjoying Dr. Nellie, first and foremost, I need to find someone who has access to Dr. Nellie. And sometimes it might not be an individual per se, but it might be a system, a program that gives me access. And once I have access, I find myself enjoying a one-on-one session with her. Now I can begin to tap in. Dr. Nellie, I want more than just one-on-one sessions. I want to be able to engage with you. What platforms and provisions can you make available to me? That is someone who is intentional, who understands that their next level is tied to the next relationship. Hear me. Your next level is tied to the next relationship. Who do you know in the space, who's operating in the space that you want to operate in? All you need is to attach to that individual. Get in touch with a mentor. Get in touch with a mentor and get yourself elevated. It's the cheapest way to make progress. Cheapest way. Many want this bravado persona. I made myself. No one helped me. No one was able to. Hey, that's the long way around. And even if someone walks on stage or in front of a screen like this and says, I am self-made, no one helped me, you can tell that there's no way. In fact, there is no story that can be told without any external influence. It's not possible. Maybe at the age of 9 years old, a teacher walked up to you and said something, and that's what inspired you in a certain direction. Sometimes it might not even be the positive things that were said to you. And if you come into Dr. Nellie's mentorship, you will realize very quickly that her intention is not to please you. Her intention is not to make you comfortable. Her intention is to rile you up, to bring you into spaces that continue to challenge you. And yes, if you are emotional, you might find yourself crying in a corner from time to time. But hey, mentorship is meant to get you to the next level. Yeah? Mentorship is meant you to get to the next level. So sometimes in order for you to get to that next level, you need to shed off a few layers. Certain things must be removed. Certain things must come off. And a mentor is equipped to do that. A mentor is equipped to tell you the things that might not be palatable, things that other people might be dancing around your life without being able to tell you. Your mentor will tell you to your face, you're too proud, you're too emotional, you're too engaged, you're too available. That's mentorship. And you and I cannot expect to go to the next level without engaging with mentorship. It's not possible. Like I said, it's the cheapest way to make progress. Get yourself a mentor. Get yourself a mentor. And so this morning, this is the subject of my conversation with you. Take the time. Who is it who you think can be able to help you actualize that dream, actualize that career path, that career trajectory? How long are you going to be an employee when your dream is to employ? How long are you going to operate at lower levels when your dream is to be at the helm, to manage, to drive progress in an organization like the one you work with? Identify a mentor and then attach yourself. Attach yourself. Persist. If they don't have time, if the only crack in their schedule is in April, be there until April. Hi, how are you doing? I'm just checking up. I'm really looking forward to the opportunity to have an hour with you. What are you doing? You are making sure. I was listening to a story of a certain young lady who was talking to Vusi Tembewai, who is a world-renowned public speaker. And this particular individual was trying to get an hour with him. And it was taking forever. He was like, I would see her email. It got to the point where myself, my secretary, my PA, all of us knew this girl, knew about her, but I hadn't gotten the opportunity to sit down with her. But she kept on. Because look, it is you who needs this. So why give up? Why give in? Continue to pursue. Continue to push. And so she did. Until when the opportunity was made available, when she sat down with Vusi for this particular sit down. She was able to express, and immediately he understood, or rather, immediately he was able to make room for her to the point where now she has become in a spectacular way. Even if the pursuit of your mentor takes you into 3, 4 years, continue. Hey, continue. Because at the end of the day, it is you who is looking to actualize. All right? People will tell you that person is too busy for you, they're not giving you attention. Are you after attention? Is that what you're looking for? No, mentorship is not about attention. Mentorship is about you getting to the next level. So here you are looking to engage with this mentor. Yes, their schedules and programs might be busy for you. All you know is, I need the technology that this person has, and so I'm going to engage and engage actively until what I require is made available to me. That is the persona. That is the attitude anyone who is ready to be mentored must have. Mentorship is the key to the next level. And your next level is tied to your next relationship. Are you pursuing it actively? If you want to get into a marriage that can last 30 years, are you pursuing this couple that you have encountered actively? Are you making every effort? As long as it is up to you, are you making every effort to ensure that you are in the spaces that can change your life? This morning, I want you to walk away from our conversation understanding that the next level for your life is attached to your next relationship, is attached to you identifying and then actively engaging with your mentor. So going forward, I want you to take this and be as intentional as possible. Be aggressive. I like to say, with the opportunities I have with the people that I mentor, be Nigerian about your life. Be Nigerian. One of the most interesting characteristics about the Nigerians is that they are ready to throw themselves into spaces. A Nigerian will stand up in a space where other people feel they are more qualified and say, I can be able to do this. And when it comes to mentorship, I'm saying be Nigerian. Put yourself in the face of that mentor. Put yourself in their space. Go on their LinkedIn. Be in their face, in their Facebook, on their Twitter. Be in their space. You cannot afford not to get this thing that is yours. Treat it like it is yours, yes. Because what the mentor has is access for you to that next level. And so as I speak about this, we have so many programs and projects. Like I said, Dr. Nellie right now is in the United States of America with 30 individuals receiving awards from the United Nations Global Women's Network. They're at the UN buildings having the time of their lives. Last evening, they shared pictures of them going on tour of the facilities. Your next level could be the United Nations. Your next level could be global influence. And all it is waiting for is for you to attach yourself to a mentor. Can you imagine that someone in that group was a local champion in 2024, and now, as we speak in 2025, in a space of 1 year, they have become global in their influence in Nigeria. They have become 1 year, a space of 1 year. You have become a global influence because of a relationship with a mentor. That's life-changing. You were in South Africa, you were making progress. You were in Zambia, in Namibia, in Zimbabwe, in the UK, in Ghana, in Nigeria. Yes, you were making impact in your world, in your country. But with 1 year, just 1 year, access to the right mentorship, today they'll be walking and receiving United Nations Global Awards. It doesn't get bigger. It doesn't get better than the United Nations. 1 year of access, 1 year of colliding with a mentor. And so this morning, as I bring my presentation to a close, I want to invite you to mentorship. We here at Project Life Design have got so many things. Dr. Nellie says 30 individuals in New York scheduled to receive. You are next. You are next. And so this is the invitation I have for you. Are you ready to be mentored? Are you ready to attach yourself to a relationship that could change your life? Are you ready to bring yourself into a space that will make you uncomfortable, stretch you, but ensure that all the beautiful things that are embedded in you begin to come out? So here at Project Life Design, we have unique programs that are structured towards that. Right now, we're running our flagship program, the 5-week mentorship program that started on the 28th of February. We'll have another session coming up soon. But I want to dwell on what we are calling the Real Woman Summit, which is our flagship program with Dr. Nellie Kangwa. Real Woman Summit 2025, tagged Level Up and Elevate. This program attracts women and men from across multiple disciplines and multiple jurisdictions: Zambia, Zimbabwe, South Africa, the Americas, and East Africa. All over the world are coming and converging here in Lusaka, Zambia on the 11th of April. One more month, a couple of weeks to go. And if you haven't gotten your ticket yet, get your ticket now. Level Up and Elevate. The tickets are going for 650 kwacha, but we have a promotion that Dr. Nellie is running. For those of you who can reach out in this week, all of you are going to get your tickets for 500 kwacha. Get in touch with our admin. The number is 0977 696456. You can add the code if you're not in Zambia. But again, the number is 0977 696456. Get in touch with me, Coach Mike, and you can get, or Dr. Nellie has posted our admin line as well. The number is 0765193582. Get in touch now and get your promotional price for the tickets for this week only, going for 650. When you come to the Real Woman Summit, we'll be giving out the awards. We'll have a section of the program where you'll engage with these individuals who have been able to travel this journey from brand to international acclaim. We'll be exposing them to you. You'll be able to sit down with these individuals, talk to them, get yourself in the space where you can be mentored and you also realize your dream of international influence. And so please make sure that you are part of the program. Like I said, 650 for a ticket for this week only. We are running the program 500 kwacha for those who are going to reach out and engage with us here. The number again from admin is plus 260-765-193582 plus 260-765-193582. Get in touch, take advantage of this opportunity. Make sure that you are part of this program. All right, this is a flagship program. Last year, we had over 750 attendants. We had over 20 exhibitors in the room, and it was amazing, exceptional. We had 6 countries represented in the space. And so you and I cannot afford to be not to be part of that particular program. So make sure you are there, right? Like I said again, get in touch, get yourself a ticket, secure your spot for the Real Women Summit. And there's a segment of this program this year which is dealing directly with the United Nations, where you and I can access these individuals, access the mentorship platform that can bring you to the place where we're celebrating next year, 2026 March. You and me are going to the United Nations together to receive awards, to be seen at a global stage. All right, we just closed off Love Sessions with Dr. Nellie, where we had the unique and exceptional Pastor Paswani as a guest. And we are now going as a follow-up from Love Sessions, where we dealt with relationship issues, singleness, courting, and marriage. Now we're going into the marriage cohort. Going into the marriage cohort in the next few weeks. So for those of you who are readily available, you will receive information. Reach out to the same number that you're reaching out, that I'm interested in the marriage cohort, I'm interested in the singles cohort, to get in touch and talk to the people that can help you structure. Listen, you can be mentored to be an effective single individual. You can be mentored as a young man, as a young woman, how to engage with courtship. As a young lady, you've seen that young man who has caught your eye, but he's delayed. How do you encourage him to make the right moves? How do you encourage him to lock this thing down? As a woman, using your womanness. It was wonderful. Love Sessions was so powerful, so powerful. Even as a young man, as I was listening in, I was like, wow, I wish that everyone can hear this. How to structure yourself to be successful in your relationships. All right. And so get in touch and we'll be able to direct you towards the kind of places that can help you in your relationships. The most important decision you can make is in the area of relationships. Right now, we talked about the mentorship relationship, but the relationship with your spouse can make or break you. And so please reach out. Real Woman Summit, 11th of April. It is your program, it is my program. Let's get there. Let's ensure we have speakers coming as far afield as America, South Africa, Zambia itself. It's going to be a power packed program. So please ensure that you are there. Get your ticket today. We're running this promotion, Dr. Nellie has said, just for a week, 1 week only. So it's going to start from today, Thursday, and then next week, Thursday, as I announce, as we go through Prosperity for Your Soul, we'll be announcing the end of that 1 week where this promotional price of 500 kwacha for the ticket is happening. Please ensure you get your ticket and let's get running. Thank you so much for giving us your time this morning, for tuning into Prosperity for Your Soul. Remember, your next level is tied to your next relationship. Seek out that mentor and let's see you at the top in 2026. God bless. Shalom, shalom. Have a wonderful day. See you at the top. Goodbye.